You know that.
Now, I want to pause here. Are you able to see the individual in the cream jacket and the green hoodie?
I am.
And do you recognize who that is?
I do.
Who is that?
That would be Mr. Quamarvius Nichols.
And does he appear to be wearing the same clothing as viewed in the BP surveillance gas station video?
He does.
Right. And are you familiar with, or can you tell where they are within this video?
I believe that's the inside of the home located at 2830 Waters Road.
And do you see the table that's depicted in the video?
I do.
And on the table, are there any weapons?
There are.
And how many weapons do you see?
I can see what appears to be 2 weapons and then a extra magazine on the table.
And if you can kind of use your laser and point out, where do you see the 2 weapons and the extra magazine?
So here you'll see weapon number 1. Weapon number 2 will be here, and then the extra magazine will be right here.
And as a law enforcement officer, do you carry weapons?
We do?
Okay. And do you yourself carry weapons?
I do.
Do you have a specific type of weapon that you carry?
A Glock.
Do you own Glocks?
I own 4 at the present time, yes.
Okay. And with Glocks, are you able to describe for the jury how Glock firearms are designed or what they look like?
Yes.
I was just back here raging about where that was going. They're going to have her with her eyes as an experienced cop, investigator, identify through a angle on a still frame of a video what type of firearm it is. Oh, and I missed 2 sustained objections. Let me update that. And we have this new approach. Yeah, I was just over here off camera like hello. Very glad that Shart put a stop to it. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, this is crazy to me. This is crazy. And not just a gun expert, but a gun expert with those photos where she says, I believe you can, it kind of looks like 2 firearms, and then we're getting IDs. We're going from it kind of looks like 2 firearms to being able to ID from this angle, this still image. Shout out to the Snapple. Also, big thank you. FFS is out here sniping again. FFS just sprinkling away. Appreciate you, FFS. Yep, exactly this, Salma. She can say which bullet it discharges so that they connect it to the Chamel Drinks shooting. Yeah, no, this is just not okay. And it's all after they had that weird... They tried to create the match with the guns that they received, the firearms that they recovered after the helicopter chase. They had the examiner, what was her name? Campo, Angela something. They gave her a weapon in December to test, and then in January they gave her casings to test. And then Lee and Parker found just 1 round the day after they did the Waters Road search that they didn't find on the day before. I don't know. Seems like they're trying to see what they want to see and force the pieces to fit together. Personally, that's how it looks to me. Okay, yeah, Angela Camp, and now it's North. I don't know why I always want to say that. I want to switch it around, so it just messes with me, the maiden name. Yeah, Mixed Chick, I heard that the Law and Crime studio was robbed. I didn't really like look into it. I just saw Kathy post about it, but weird, right? Like kind of odd choice. All right, let's see where this goes.
And I'm gonna actually go to 227 VV,
One thing about the but money stay.
227 VVA6B. Now, I don't know if you remember the last question I asked of you, but tell Dre about your familiarity with Glocks.
My entire career, since 2009, I've possessed and shot Glocks for work, my own.
Guys, this sounds like a little bit more foundation, but it's going to be allowed. The ID is going to be allowed as long as she establishes her personal knowledge.
Multiple Glocks personally outside of work. So I've had a good deal of experience with different models.
And in looking at 227 VVA6B, are there any guns that are consistent with the design of a Glock?
It would be the one further towards the back here.
And how are you able to tell from your experience that it is consistent with looking like a Glock?
So based on the bottom of the grip, typically Glocks are straight across at the bottom. This one, it's kind of flat, goes up, goes across, and comes back down, almost with like an indentation in the bottom right here, which would be consistent with, I would think, a Glock 27.
And why consistent with a Glock 27 versus any other type of Glock?
Based on how the bottom is cut. Typically they're straight across, very few are cut like that.
And outside the Glock 27, to your knowledge, are there other Glocks that have that kind of similar cutout?
Not that I can think of offhand.
Okay. And to your knowledge, what, if any, type of firearm is a Glock 27?
It's a handgun that shoots 40 caliber ammunition.
Now I want to go to State's Exhibit 227 VVA7. Looking at